trap doors, scratching to get in. Then suddenly, from out of nowhere, a strange otherworldly voice, and bang! A giant ghostly bucket of water tipped onto our hero and he's short-circuited.
What?
Darren, a bucket of water?
Yeah, that might be scary to robots, but not people.
But his diodes rusted and were never the same.
Hello and welcome to Good Games Spawn Point, the show for younger gamers by gamers. I'm Hex.
And I'm Bajo.
And I am D.A.R.R.E.N.
Darren, thanks for the totally not scary ghost story.
Yeah, I think playing Luigi's Mansion 2 was scarier.
Yeah, that game is scary in a good way.
Stop it, Darren. You can't frighten us anymore.
Negative. I didn't do anything.
We're also going to have a look at the Wii U version of Need for Speed Most Wanted.
But first, Bajo, your turn to read the news.
Oh, okay. Bajo here with the Spawn Point news from around the world. While we've seen some impressive creations in Minecraft before, a user by the name All Up in Huya has created what they claim to be a working neuron. Neurons are cells that respond to electrical and chemical signals, which are essential to how our brains and nervous systems function. The human brain is thought to have approximately 100 billion neurons. Some users have pointed out this could potentially be useful to create artificial intelligence within the game. We have no idea how it would work, but it sounds impressive.
And he had to have the whole thing removed. Oh, welcome back, Bajo. The Wii U is getting quite a few games re-released with added touchscreen functionality. Normally, we'd not bother re-reviewing a game, but Need for Speed Most Wanted is a very good port of last year's Best Racer. Plus, Bajo is obsessed with it.
Woo!
Welcome to the city of Fairhaven, home to the most intense street racing on the planet.
If you've never played Most Wanted, it's an open-world racer where your goal is the usual deal, to become the best racer in the city. But Most Wanted is exceptional in a few ways. Most of the cars are unlocked right from the start of the game. You just have to find them.
It's also a very good-looking racer. In fact, the Wii U version comes with the textures that are in the PC version, which makes it the better console port on looks by a small margin. And that's a first for the Wii U, I think. Most of the other games which have been re-released onto it have looked a bit shabbier, in my opinion, so I'm a little bit more optimistic about this console in general now.
Yes, but trying to play a complex drifting game with that Wii U gamepad is pretty clunky. We did have a go with the Pro Controller as well, but I don't know, it's just not as comfortable as a 360 or PS3 controller for racing.
Yeah, I didn't really like any of the controller options for this kind of game, to be honest.
Well, it is possible you both just aren't used to the Wii U controllers yet. Plus, the gamepad lets you play it away from the TV using the streaming function of the Wii U. Although that does make for more crashes, as you can't quite see every bit of debris on the road.
You are dangerous with this gamepad, by the way, Darren.
Oh, I almost forgot, Bajo. Another Wii U feature is the touchpad functionality, which lets you change the day and night at any time, spray paint and switch cars, disrupt cops, and also turn traffic on and off. We had a marvellous time testing all this out.
All right, Darren, I want you to give me map advice. And I want you to give me, keep the traffic off my back and disrupt the cops. Okay, you got it?
Affirmative.
All right, here we go. Darren, take off the traffic, Darren. Take off the traffic, Darren. Darren, where am I going? Where am I going? Help me out. What are you doing? Now it's nighttime. How am I supposed to say anything when it's nighttime?
What's happening? Oh dear, you're out of control.
Back on
I'm
day.
in control.
Darren, stop it. Stop it. I can't take it anymore, Hex.
All right.
Backseat driver.
All right, well, I think we should wrap this up. I think this is a solid port, and it's the best racing game available on the Wii U, so I'm going to stick with my original score of 8.5.
Yeah, even though I don't like the controllers, it's still an incredible game, so I'm going to stick with my original score of 9.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
Okay, well, we should go answer some questions.
Yeah.
Oh, if you need some help, don't hesitate to call.
Okay, Bajo, we should get to these emails. So
Yeah.
I think I've got one.
Oh, Hex,
here.
my keyboard isn't working. Hang on a sec. Oh, it's a piece of paper.
Oh.
Oh, how do I read this? Hang on, I'm just trying to remember how to read. Okay. Dear Good Game, I am Ben. Nice to meet you. Me and my brother Liam has seen on Google Images about a Super Mario 3D Land 2, 3DS, and Super Mario Galaxy 3 Wii and Wii U, and also Super Mario Galaxy 3D for 3DS. Is these games really coming out or not? Thanks, Ben. P.S. My mum's email is... I'll scribble it out. Oh, reading paper's hard, Hex. Oh, my eyes.
Well, it's nice to meet you too, Ben, but sadly, no, none of those games have been confirmed to be in development.
Yes, but I'd actually say there's a decent chance that some of them could be in production and just haven't been announced yet. Considering how successful Super Mario 3D Land has been, that could definitely get a sequel one day. But most likely, out of those announced soon, I'd say it's probably Mario Galaxy 3.
Yeah, but Nintendo have confirmed there's a big new Mario game in development for the Wii U, and we know that it's being made by the same team who worked in the Galaxy games.
But that doesn't mean it will be Galaxy, Hex. Nintendo are known for mixing up the Mario universe with each new console, so it could be something completely new and different. Or it could be Mario Galaxy 3, we just don't know.
But they have confirmed that it will be playable, whatever it is, at E3 in June, so we'll find out a lot more about it then. Moving on now to this one, though, from Reverse Man, who is inside Australia, which is outside Australia.
I don't know what to do with it, Hex.
Hello, I was wondering how you unleash the lizard in the new SimCity like you do in your review. Please answer, or the reverse universe shall be unbalanced, and Duckham City will fall into ruin outside Ducktropolis. P.S. I know your secrets, Bajo. Tell them about the pancakes. Smug grin. One. Well, Reverse Man, he does show up just randomly and uninvited from time to time, but to unleash him yourself at will, you'll need to reach certain goals to unlock the disasters. So for the giant lizard, you need to build a garbage dump with an incinerator and burn 100 tons of garbage, which isn't that hard. Then just go to the disaster menu over here and unleash him.
And for the other disasters, you'll need 24 wind turbines to get the tornado, mine 100 tons of ore or coal for the earthquake, get 200 tourists to arrive through a municipal airport in a single day for the meteor strike, ship any resource to a space center, great work for the UFO encounter, or add a diagnostic lab to a hospital and let 15 Sims die to get the zombie attack. All right, moving on to the next question. Oh, here's one from Gary who
Hang on
says,
a
no,
minute.
don't ask
What
about
was
the
that
pancakes.
Reverse Man said about you having a secret, something to do with pancakes?
I don't know what that was about. It certainly wasn't about my awesome pancake hat that I made.
I mean, are you saying that you have pancakes and you're not sharing them with me?
No.
Because you know I love pancakes.
No, I wear a pancake hat. I call it hat cakes, and you pile pancakes on top of your head and you eat them while you play games, and the maple syrup drips down to your hair, and that does get a little bit sticky, but sometimes it drips right down and goes in your mouth. Like, nom, 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 nom. It's fantastic.
Really?
Trademark. Hat
Pancakes
cakes. Hat cakes.
on your
Hat
head.
cakes. Hat specifically.
And the maple
cakes.
syrup drips down.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next question.
All right, well, I
Don't
guess
steal
your
'em.
secret is safe with me.
Don't steal
Spawnlings,
'em.
please don't put pancakes on your head. They're delicious and should be eaten properly with a knife and fork.
And it's trademarked.
Okay.
Trademarked. Bajo Corp.
All right, well, we have another SimCity question. It's from Mega Mayor in Mayoropolis in Simoleon. Simoland.
And they've worked out much better than my cheese sandwich pans. I would like Darren to answer this, as he knows everything there is to know about all the games. Dear Darren, I'm playing the new SimCity, but my cities keep going bankrupt, and I feel like such a noob. Can you please give me some tips? Well, I'm sure Darren won't pass up the opportunity to jibber-jab on about that, so we'll just wait for him to
I highly
call.
doubt that he would, yes.
Any second now? You'll call?
Maybe he's not gonna... Ah, there he is.
Hello, Darren.
Hello, Bajo. It's me, Darren. I'm ready with the answer to Mega Man's question.
Of course you are.
Switching broadcast signal.
Wait, what are you doing?
Welcome to Four Corners.
Or look at me.
Ah, that's better. I'd be delighted to help you out, Mega Man. There's a lot to keep in mind when playing SimCity, but if you follow these basic tips, you'll build a thriving city in no time. First things first, roads. It's important you don't spend all your money building roads right away. Simply build a decent stretch of medium-density avenue from the regional highway. Something about this big will suffice. Now build some medium streets out like so and follow the grid guides for maximum efficiency. Of course, you could build fancy curved roads if you wish. They do look nice, but they ultimately waste space. Now, to create your first zones. But before we lay anything down, we need to find which way the wind is blowing. You should always try to put residential zones upwind from industrial and a decent distance away to make sure air pollution stays away from them. Air pollution makes land value drop and makes your Sims sick, so it's a good idea to avoid it as much as possible. With that in mind, zone a nice big chunk of residential and plenty of industrial away from it. Then you just need a little bit of commercial in the middle, like so. Now your city's starting to take shape. To help grow your city to the next level, it's worth taking out a bond or two to build basic power, water and sewage services. Or, if available, you can simply buy your services from neighbouring cities. If not, then find a good spot in your industrial area to place your power plant. We'll go with a dirty coal one for now, and make sure you check its accept global delivery option so it can buy coal to burn. Then find a nice spot away from the dirty industry to place a water tower or two. And finally, in a corner, plop down a stinky sewage outflow. You'll want to upgrade your water tower and sewage outflow facilities once your city grows, but they'll do for now. Once you've done all that, you'll need to earn the town hall, unlocking your other services. This is where you need to be careful. It can be tempting to plop down police and fire stations and hospitals all over the place, but you'll go bankrupt in no time with that attitude, and your Sims can live without those for now. But it's a good idea to at least give them a garbage dump to stop trash from piling up everywhere. Now they've got their basic needs sorted, take this opportunity to expand out and zone as much space as you can. Then just sit back and let those taxes flow in for a while. Once you've got some decent money, feel free to add a small fire and police station and maybe a school or two. Just make sure your budget stays in the green. Now you've got the thriving basis of a great city. At this point, you should decide what specialization you'd like to focus on. If you have a lot of resources under your city, then you can make big simoleons by becoming a mining city. Otherwise, you should consider becoming a tourist hotspot by building some casinos and cultural attractions. Although these are trickier to manage as you need to pay close attention to your city layout and traffic for tourist cities to work. You can have multiple specializations, so if you want to mix things up, then go for it. Personally, I find there's one foolproof method to get rich. Processors. You will need a high school to create a few medium wealth industrial buildings before you can unlock processor factories, however. But once it's unlocked, build it and build a trade depot nearby with storage space for alloy, plastic and processors. Then set it to import alloy and plastic and export processors. And in no time you'll be earning big chunks of simoleons. And if you want to make even more money, simply build more processor factories. Eventually, you'll unlock the electronics factory, which can make TVs, and these will make you a millionaire in no time. Once you've got a healthy amount of income coming in, then feel free to add more services and improve your city however you like. Don't worry too much if your hourly income goes in the red now. As long as your monthly transactions are in the green, you'll be okay. But it's a good idea not to get too far in the red and keep an eye on your budget. Finally, don't be afraid of change. Each city is different, so experiment with different setups. If you don't like a part of your city, demolish it and start again. If you run out of resources to mine, focus on electronics or tourism. Always be willing to adapt and to play to your strengths. And before you know it, you'll be the envy of all other mayors. Back to you, Bajo and Hex.
We've commandeered 2 festival guests.
It's effective effects.
Are we back? Thanks, Darren.
Building processor factories, and I'm the Superman. Check that out.
Nice.
Hex, check this out.
Okay, well, we should
Hex,
move
look.
on to this one from Kobe in
Look what I'm
Melbourne,
doing.
Victoria. I can see it.
Look at the stuff I did.
No, it's
Get it?
very good.
Oh, I wrecked it. Everything's on fire.
How do you get past the second level in the desert in Paper Mario Sticker Star?
Well, Kobe, I think I know exactly where you're stuck because I got stuck on that level for ages too. Basically, there's a secret hidden wall in one of the rooms inside the big Yoshi Sphinx. Simply run up into here and whack this part of the wall to reveal the secret entrance. Took me forever to find that wall, Hex.
But from there, it's a fairly straightforward run up through the Sphinx to the Sticker Star piece, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with that. But good luck with it, Kobe. Hopefully that helped. But now, moving on to this one from Lucas in Random Place in Random Land 10101001, which is in South Australia.
Darren is a noob, etc. Okay? No any good, Reggie. For XX books. Well, Lucas, there's plenty of good strategy options out there for the Xbox Works. In terms of big games, there's 4 we'd suggest. First up, if you like your sci-fi and want a meaty story in your campaign, then you can't go wrong with Halo Wars. Some seriously epic cutscenes in there.
But if you like more modern military games, then Tom Clancy's End War is quite an underrated strategy game in my opinion. It uses some pretty cool voice recognition that works surprisingly well to order your troops around too.
And if you like some slower and more thoughtful turn-based strategy, then we'd highly recommend Civilization Revolution.
Then on the smaller arcade game front, then you've got loads of options as well. First up, there's the tower offense game Anomaly Warzone Earth, where you actually play as the attacker in a clever twist on the tower defense formula. And if you like playing God and messing around with sand, then From Dust is a pretty little game where you save tribes of people from various disasters.
And one of my favourites is Darwinia Plus, where you're inside a computer and trying to use little green guys to fight off a virus. It's got a nice art style and some fairly unique strategizing.
Well, I'd say those will probably keep you busy for a while, Lucas, so let's move on to this one from me in wherever I am, because I don't know, in New South Wales.
You're right here, Hex.
Well, no, that's me, not me.
No, you're here.
No, not me, the viewer me.
No, the question's here too. Because you're reading the question and it's here, so you're here and it's here. I'm confused.
I think you've got a pancake-addled brain.
That's how I pretend. That's how I'm just pretending.
You flipping the pancake.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You got the pancake hat on, and you go like this. You go.
I saw it. I saw it
There you go.
happen,
Yeah,
and then you just into your mouth.
pancakes. Hi GGSP, I've asked this question one time, and this is that time. So here it goes. I was wondering if there was any games like Minecraft that are like adventure games. Thanks, me. P.S. I saw Batman and I got his autograph, and here it is. P.P.S. I want Hex to answer.
Well, there's a couple I can think of that might fit that bill. First up, I'd say you might enjoy 3D dot game Heroes for the PS3. It's a fairly classic style adventure game with cool blocky graphics, just like Minecraft, but there isn't really any mining or building like in Minecraft.
One that's been getting a lot of attention recently is Block Fortress for iOS. It's a whole lot like Minecraft with blocky graphics and the ability to build big structures and mine for resources, but it's actually a first-person tower defense game, so you build up your own fortress and kit it out with weapons to defend it from waves of baddies. It's not really an adventure game, but it is still quite fun.
And there's also a few interesting looking games in development that we've been keeping an eye on. One we're quite excited about is Cube World. It's set in a blocky, randomly generated world, just like Minecraft, but you get to pick a class and level up and explore the world like a full-on RPG.
And of course, we can't wait to get our hands on the spiritual sequel to Terraria, Starbound, and the Minecraft creators' new space exploration game, which is called 0x10 to the power of C or something like that. Definitely excited for those.
But on that note, we're out of time for this week. I think you all know what to do with those questions of yours.
Yep.
Jump on
Pull
here
out a pancake hat and send them in.
and send them in. What?
Yeah.
No. We don't want anyone putting pancakes in their heads.
Yeah, if you don't want to take delicious pancakes from the sky.
Pancakes should be eaten, not worn on the head. Everyone knows that. It's crazy.
Darren, would you mind asking next time you decide to take over the show, please?
Well, if there's one thing we can always give Nintendo credit for, it's that they know when they're onto a good thing and they know not to mess with it too much. Luigi's Mansion is a much-loved Nintendo favourite, and it's finally got its sequel for the 3DS, and it's ready to haunt us with its spooky charm.
In the realm of the Evershade Valley, happy friendly ghosts suddenly turn hostile when the dark moon is shattered. Professor Egad, who has been studying these ghosts, calls upon the help of Master Ghostbuster, Luigi. He must venture into the haunted mansion to retrieve the broken pieces of the Dark Moon and put the world right again.
The first Luigi's Mansion was released on the Nintendo GameCube as a launch title and was one of the best-selling games of the console's generation. But while in the first game Luigi had to explore 5 different floors of a haunted mansion, this time around you have 5 different mansions to explore. Well, 5 different haunted locations, really. And this keeps things feeling fresh.
I love how Luigi is kind of a reluctant hero too. I mean, Mario is always yahooing and charging into the action, but not Luigi. He doesn't seem keen on being heroic at all. He's a bit scared, he's always shaking his head and slumping his shoulders like he really doesn't want to be there, but it's his duty, so he does it anyway. Kind of makes him all the more lovable, really.
Yeah, poor guy can't catch a break. Luckily, the buck-toothed professor doesn't send him into the fray unarmed. He's got some nifty inventions to aid Luigi in his ghost trapping adventures. Namely, the famous vacuum cleaner makes a return.
But this is no ordinary vacuum cleaner. It's fitted with a variety of clever attachments. Its basic vacuum function can be used to suck up trash, carpets and other objects in the environment that might be hiding coins and gold. And it of course can also be used to trap those pesky ghosts. Combine that with the torch attachment and ghosts can be stunned so you can nab them more easily. Then there's the dark light attachment, which helps you locate hidden objects and secrets.
Yeah, and using a combination of all these tools is key to taking down the various types of ghosts you'll face. Some of them are easy, but there are some really tricky ones as well, and they'll take a few goes to vacuum up. It's important not to keep vacuuming them for too long or they'll drag you around and you'll lose a fair bit of health.
Not to mention some ghosts you can see, but some really are invisible and you have to reveal them using one of your gadgets.
Yes, quite often I'd just be randomly flashing my torch around in a circle trying to find out where they are. Once you have one stunned and snagged, combining a thumbstick pull and hitting A will suck the ghost up. But this isn't always an easy move to pull off.
Not to mention some of them are tricky and will block your flashlight so they can't be stunned.
Yeah, it's clever the way they've created depth within the ghost catching. That said, I think all of the hidden collectibles and the exploration, finding those hidden rooms was my greatest joy with this adventure. It's full of well-designed areas to navigate, packed with all kinds of mysterious ropes, trapdoors and secret passages that you'd expect to find in a haunted building.
Yes, and you'll be presented with a number of different puzzles with each new area you come across too, which is great. The puzzles aren't particularly tricky. Mostly they just involve basic physics or timing, or simply keeping your eyes peeled for hidden entrances. But navigating each environment is quite inventive with things like flying foxes that you attach your vacuum cleaner to.
Yeah, it's got a really complete and polished feel to it, doesn't it? The aesthetic is just spot on, giving gamers who love the first game enough to wallow in with all that wonderful spooky nostalgia, while also creating a vivid new environment that feels reinvented.
There's also some multiplayer modes which you can access via local or download play, with each player taking the role of a different coloured Luigi with full access to his range of gear.
Let's go to this room, Darren. Quick, come to the left.
I'll be right there. I'm just having a little...
You're letting the tent down. Yeah, okay guys, I think we should wrap this up.
Okay, well, I had a really good time with this. I think fans of the original will find this to be a fine sequel, but newcomers will have a ball as well. It's easy to see why this is a Nintendo favourite. I'm giving it 8.5.
Yeah, I think some may find it not very challenging, but it is a fantastic game. I'm giving it 8.5 as well. Darren, something is not right. Can you please do a scan for something like ectoplasm or something else?
I'm still not convinced that Darren isn't trolling us, Bajo.
My electrical field has felt slightly disrupted. All right, initiating subtemporal scan. Scanning.
I think he's going to take a while. Next week on the show, we're going to take a look at Lego City Undercover.
Have no fear. This is Chase McCabe.
I should be looking for Rex Fury.
Oh, goodness me. That's interesting.
What's interesting, Darren?
I have detected an energy form. Hello, Darren. Hello, Darren.
It looks like you.
It sounds like you.
Affirmative. This appears to be a resonant form of myself from another time stream, left over from the last time I went dimension hopping.
Oh, so it's not a ghost then?
Oh, negative. I've just been stuck here for weeks and finally got a bit sick of it. Can you send me back, Darren? Affirmative, Darren. Activating quantum vacuum vortex. Anomaly erased.
Oh, I think I need to go lie down.
Yeah, me too.
Hex out.
Bajo out.
Darren out. Well, now I'm in the mood to check out a few warp holes. I wonder what other mysteries the universe holds. Oh dear.